But before we delve into this week, let's first put a wrap on the week that was, with another installment of top plays and prime time performers. Let's begin with the action from last Thursday first, where Northwestern Lehigh claimed this year's Mountain Road Rumble with an absolutely bruising ground game. The Tigers with nearly 200 yards rushing last week against Northern Lehigh, 106 of which came courtesy of Dalton Clymer. The senior finding pay dirt on 2 of his 14 carries in the game as Northwestern overwhelmed the Bulldogs 48-0. The Tigers are now 2-0 heading into their Week 3 showdown at Blue Mountain. While Northwestern had success on the ground last Thursday, Liberty took to the air in its early Week 2 victory over East Stroudsburg North. Sophomore wideout Jake Puckson racked up 142 yards receiving on just 6 catches as the Hurricanes took down the Timberwolves 46-13. After a beautiful cutback led to that 68-yard TD, Puckson then hauled in a 36-yard pitch and catch from senior quarterback Hayden Vermeulen in the third quarter, pushing Liberty's lead into mercy rule territory. Canes are 2-0 out of the chute, set to host Parkland coming up this Friday. Speaking of the Trojans, they're also unbeaten through the season's first 2 weeks. Parkland taking down Freedom on Friday in a rematch of last year's District 11 6A championship. The Trojans serving notice they could be headed for another crown this fall. Senior signal caller Luke Spang, an uber efficient 15 for 21 passing, racking up 201 yards and 4 touchdowns. Spang connected with 6 different receivers in total, finding Jendell Sanchez, Leo Dauberman, Connor Johns, and Robbie Roosh for scoring strikes. Parkland has now outscored its first 2 opponents this season 89-7. Meanwhile, Nazareth has notched 98 points through its first 2 victories this year. Mason Keener sparking Friday's triumph at Emmaus with a record-setting performance. On defense, the talented 12th grader converted the longest interception return for a touchdown in program history with this 99-yard pick 6. The defensive tutty, the final salvo in the Blue Eagles' 42-7 win over the Green Hornets. While on offense, the senior wideout hauled in 4 catches for 36 yards as he moved into 3rd place in school history in total receiving yardage. One of those grabs a 10-yard TD reception, his 3rd score through the first 2 games. Another 2-0 team in the APC is Bethlehem Catholic, which flew past Whitehall on Saturday thanks to 21 unanswered points in the 3rd quarter, all of which came from the dynamic family duo of sophomore QB Caden Vasa and his younger brother, freshman wideout Carter Vasa. TD connections of 9, 21, and 27 yards, swelled a 14-7 Golden Hawks lead at the break to a 34-7 advantage by the close of the 3rd. Caden finished 12 of 19 passing for 149 yards and 3 touchdowns. All of them went to his younger bro, who hauled in 8 grabs for 127 yards as Becca downed the Zephyrs 34-21. The Hawks host Pocono Mountain West coming up on Saturday. Finally, we round out this week's top plays with probably the single most impressive individual performance from Week 2, which came from Southern Lehigh senior running back Cade Sawyer, who carried the ball 22 times Friday for a career-high 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. As the Spartans overwhelmed Notre Dame by 40, Sawyer ripped off TD jaunts of 1, 55, and 75 yards on offense, while securing an interception on D that set up another Southern Lehigh score. The senior notched back-to-back touchdowns late in the first quarter before tacking on a short TD plunge early in the second, en route to the convincing victory. Spartans are 2-0 heading into Friday's foray against fellow 2-0 Bangor.